Got you cornered. It's like a game of chess. Didn't work though. Howdy folks, this is the Command Line Volpine here, and welcome back to Let's Play Call of Saregnar. Alright, so we are in our first combat. Let's see, who do we have selected right now? This looks like Sam. Sam does have a ranged attack. I don't know if we want to use it. Defend, rest, or melee attack. Usually, I wonder if we can get a flanking bonus of some kind. I don't know how many actions we get here, so we'll find out the hard way. Oh, looks like we can either move or attack. Okay. But there you go. Let's see. Oh, you can't cast your magic. Wonder if he should... I wonder what's better for us, rest or defend? Let's go ahead and rest just to see what happens. Looks like the crossbow guy's pretty inaccurate. Sorry, I had to sneeze. All right, human. Resting did not seem to do anything. I'm going to have you block. Oh, you shot your ally. One damage. You're a terrible shot, man. We don't seem to be getting any kind of flanking bonus, but I can't really tell. Oh, now we can heal. He just couldn't do it while he was Anku et mo et uck. Causes the air around the enemy to vibrate so fast that it heats up to the point that burns the target. You know, he did say it was forbidden. I feel like you should probably just heal yourself. Whoa. Huh. You can cast it stronger and stronger by spending more endurance. Cast 15 endurance? On yourself? Okay, it's 1-to-1. That's good to know. It's also good to know that the archer backs off when people are close to him. Got you cornered. It's like a game of chess. Didn't work though. Might have to just range attack this guy. Anganash. I don't know how easy to recharge our endurance is, but I'm going to assume that we get it back. Totally back. In like a reasonable amount of time. Okay, that time we were able to get a melee attack off. He once stood in silence staring at the bodies of the fallen. Just moments before, those bandits were trying to kill him, and now they lay motionless at his feet. Do not dwell on it, Hugh, is either us or them. I know, but still, I feel filthy. We could not have, I do not know, negotiated or something? So only one thing you could have negotiated would be for a trip to the nearest burial ground, if they find our bodies, that is. Now get over here and try to help me search them. They got to have our money on them. Dang. Proper sword. Oh no, let's see. 4 damage plus strength, accuracy 8 plus skill. 10 damage plus strength. Well, I mean, that is just way better. Its condition is worse. Oh, can you not wear... Oh, okay. So the characters kind of have classes. That's good to know. So really, Sam should be holding on to this. I'm glad that that's intuitive as you would think it would be. It doesn't always feel like that way in a lot of games. A crossbow. I'm guessing that neither one can... Sam might be able to use a crossbow, actually. The rogues usually get to use crossbows in these games. Let's see. Can use the sword. Either of them can use the crossbow, which seems to imply we'll get another character who can use a crossbow here soon. All right. Combat's done. I assume we have our money. Found the gambler dead in an old isolated house south of the temple. He must have been killed by the brigands who ambushed us as we were examining the body. Never killed a man before. Sam said not to dwell on it. That it was either us or them. I know he's right, but still I wish there was some other way. I guess we should head back. Is our money like all together or is it split among the characters? Because I dragged it to different characters. It looks like it is just party gold though. And we do have enough to pay our debt now. I think it was just one gold piece. Let's run back. It is an inn. I feel like we should probably stay at an inn, especially now that we used a bunch of... that cricket sound effect is a little scary. It's like rotating around my head. Further away than I thought we were. Yeah, an inn stay might be a good idea now. I used a bunch of Huon's endurance. Know a little bit more about the combat now, which is good. Wow, we have to wait till morning. Is there anyone here who will let us in? They implied earlier that someone would let us in for the night. Oh, I didn't check what the first... Don't Lee said it spoke a frail voice from within, as 'tis a rare opportunity to meet a fellow Asamani these days. She paused, and Huon felt that tingling sensation again. She continued, if the old ways seem lost on you, doesn't matter. Will you come inside? I don't know what that first thing is. You might be able to freeze frame it and see. Huon was intrigued, but did not move. Of what the old ways are you speaking of? He finally asked. Come, let us talk inside, the woman insisted, gesturing them to enter. She opened the door just wide enough to let the boy slip in, then hurriedly closed it and secured it with a cloth. Too many nosy people out there, you see, all wanting to know too much for their own good. The inside was stuffed with trinkets of all kinds, weirdly shaped sticks and bones, stones of different colors and patterns, and clay pots hanging and hanging herbs. A number of rushlights did little to illuminate the gloomy room. I tried to play a thing on my soundboard, but the soundboard was not on. I need to get that started when it start up. It was Huon who spoke first. He mentioned the Osamani. I don't think I'm familiar with the term. The woman added some twigs to the almost dying fire and poked at the embers until a small flame burst to life. Don't they teach Hernani to the Indara anymore, she asked. Huon replied they do, and wondered if the strange woman had the power to read minds. He knew the talent existed, but only a few mages had it, which made the woman an object of fascination in Huon's eyes. Doesn't matter, Osmani is an old word for those who practice magic. Did you study at the university too? Huon ventured, but the woman snorted, shaking her head in reply. I wasn't born in nobility like you were. Seem to know a lot about me. You've been mind reading. This time the woman laughed a rich laugh, to which the tiny flame in the fire pit whooshed to life. No, although I admit that it would be a nice gift to possess, I simply know who you are, Huon Tamor, son of Renata. And you, she turned at Sam. She started reaching for his chin, but suddenly retracted her hand as if she got burned. You need to go, both of you, she spoke, her words devoid of any warmth. She hurried to unlatch the door, but gave Sam a wide berth on her way there. Out with you, she cried, and the boys flew outside the door, closing behind them with a thud. That was weird. She didn't like Sam. Oop. It's a peculiar woman, a witch living in Romar. She called me Osmani, a magician in the old tongue. She claimed that she merely knew me, but I am sure she can read minds, an incredibly rare talent to possess. Surprisingly enough, she threw us out of her house when she reached for Sam. Huh. Does Sam have like a weird equipment, maybe? Not really. I was wondering if he had like a weird necklace, kind of like a Neo Scavenger, where you have that weird necklace that if you take it off, that creature starts hunting you. Unless you want to take an exhausting long scenic route through Samani Mountains, you should turn around. Besides, Nina's expecting us to pay what we owe here. Yeah, I was just trying to get far enough away to rest here. Daybreak. And let's go ahead, do the set hour. Health did not go up much, so I bet that that doesn't go up unless you're resting properly. Are more people here? There's the loot and stuff. The soldier was drunk. Salt, brother. You want to go have a few coins on you, would you? Asked the man, his gaze pointing somewhat towards Ewan. But Sam interjected. He doesn't, my good man. Oh, was all the soldier said and returned to his ale. Ewan approached the table. The man looked up from his food and said, blessings to you. Usually I'd be up for a game of cards, but I'll just have some peace and quiet today. The man motioned for them both to sit. Say else, he said. The name's Nobbin. Take care of the Lord's vines and the eels. You're not from around here, he says, as a matter of fact. No, we're just passing through, Ewan replied. Travelers, well, I can't give you much advice since I rarely venture outside Romar. But I'd be sure to pay close attention to what I eat on the road. Rations, not matter how well prepared, can go bad, you know. They went on for a while about various subjects, but at last they thanked the man for the advice and bid him farewell. Unless you have the money on you owe me, Sam, you better walk right out of here. It's one Salvian and not a lesson less. But I give you the money I owe you, and on top of that, I give you a little story of how we got it. You serious? Truth to tell, I didn't expect you to ever see you again. Was it much more trouble finding the gambler? Let's just say it got troublesome after we found him. He holed himself up in an old house down south, outside the village, but apparently we weren't the only ones looking for him. Anyway, care to buy a round of ale, Nina? I'll be hard-pressed to finish the tale if I don't lubricate my tongue first. All right, but this better be good. Ewan sat in amazement throughout the recount. There were no lies in Sam's words, but the way he told the tale made it feel like a completely different, much more heroic deed than the slaughter it actually was. Sam made sure to speak loud enough for everyone to hear and appreciate what he had to tell. For if there was anything to dull the account, he found a way to make it more exciting. And when the story hit its high points, he elevated it to court-worthy poetry. When he was finally done, he drained his cup and slammed it on the table, making the patrons who followed the tale jump in their seats. Nina sat speechless, her lips parted in awe. I find it hard to believe that you two did what you did, but I'll be glad to listen to that tale again. Some other time, dear. Me and Hugh have urgent business to attend to as cousins. I promise you, I'll have more adventures to share next time I pass through these lovely parts. Thanks for the ale, Nina. Think nothing of it, Ewan and Sam. Do come by again, all right? I promised, didn't I? So you can come back for rooms. See you around, Nina. See you later. Managed to get through the song. Judging by the mixed reactions of those paying attention as playing, Sam judged he did all right enough. Here, said the innkeeper, handing Sam 3 oceans. He did fine, I guess. It seemed like a random die roll. We paid our and the gambler's debt to Nina. Now I can finally go around to Arthur's house. All right. I believe this is Arthur's up here. So this is where the generously full cellar is. Yes, too bad we don't have much time to see it since you're in such a hurry to leave town. Can't just leave town on an empty stomach, and as we've heard, noble courtesy dictates to treat your guests as well. There's Arthur. I knew it wasn't just hearing things. Father said it was the dog barking, but I recognize a rascal when I hear one. You're offending me, my lord. It's good to see you again, cousin. You won't believe what happened since last night at the inn. Did you find the gambler? You know about the gambler? It's a small town. News travels fast. Also, Dina has been asking if she's seen you two. Although she won't admit it, she's been feeling a little guilty for chasing you out in the middle of the night. Oh, is that so? Just don't go telling her I told you. You know how she is. Noble or not, she'll have my head on a spit if she learns I've opened my mouth. Don't worry, we never heard anything from you. I can't vouch for him, but I'll keep quiet. Anyway, we did find the man. He lies dead in an old isolated house south of the temple. Killed him? No, but we killed those who did. 2 bandits who secured the gambler ambushed us. I'm sure one of the gods must have been looking out after us, or we'd be dead in their stead. Did seem so, as much as that's crossbowman missed. Is that so? Well, I'm glad to see you two alive and well. So you're telling me that we got 3 bodies to bury now? Well, next time we plan on leaving bodies our way, we'll bring shovels. I'm sure you will. Come, you can give me the details over a cup of wine. After that, Huon, I'm sure you're interested to see that book. We spent a good hour going over the details of the recent events, Huon explaining and Sam filling in the colorful, mostly unnecessary details. When they were done, Arthur suggests they leave, Sam to enjoy the wine, while he and Huon would go into the study to see the book the young mage was so eager to examine. When Arthur leaned on the fireplace, sipping wine, Huon dug into the complex passages of the tome. He spent well over an hour going through the difficult language, but finally put down his book and said, "Do you know what this is?" "Well, I know it's written in the old language, but I've never studied it. All books on magic are written in Arnai, so only those who have been learning magic can understand it and do not hurt themselves in the process." Arthur took another sip to go on. "So we'll have to take it to the witch, huh?" "The title is Accounts from Samaris and Beyond. As far as I'm aware, there's only one such copy in existence, and that one resided at the Indara University." Arthur straightened, "But surely there must be more copies out there, right?" He took a deep breath as he closed the large leather-bound volume. "What you have here is a manuscript inked down by Dutiful himself. A forbidden manuscript is too dangerous a book to copy." "Arthur, now listen closely. This book can get you into a lot of trouble just for knowing about it, let alone having it. I do not dare taking it onto the road as much as it pains me to do so. I must leave it here in your custody." "You're going to leave it here?" "I must reach Indara as soon as possible and inform the head mage. They will send someone to retrieve the book. You must not tell anyone about it, understood?" "Can't say I'm thrilled about the idea, but perhaps you're right. I will hide it in a safe place and I'll wait for the mages to pick it up." "Don't worry, I'll explain just how you got the hold of it. They shouldn't bother you, just keep it safe." "I will." "Keep it secret? Keep it safe?" "Book Arthur purchased in Delphin's forbidden book. I must go to Indara at once and let the head mage know about it. I can't trust anyone to do it in my stead." Is this the way we needed to go for that? Turn in Temple, Wolf Hall, bam. See if it lets me go this way this time. Okay, apparently that's not the right way to go. Only one other way to go. I don't know, should we try to talk to the witch again? "They cleared that house," Sam said nervously. "What do you know, Sam?" Let's see. I'll take a look at our stats here, make sure we're not, dying. Huon's certainly not in great shape. His endurance is up, though. He can probably cast his spell. Healing. There we go. That ought to do it. The only other way I can think of is just going very far out this way. Don't think there's anything else we need to check out here. We could try talking to the same people we've talked to before. I'm not sure we need to, though. There's the house where we had the fight. And we'll just head out this way. if we get any kind of movement speed bonus for being on the road, but let's try and stay on the road because sometimes that's the thing. Well, this is interesting. Yeah, this is a place we can stay for the night. That'd be kind of helpful. Knocked and waited. Human was already leaving when a weak female voice called within him. "Please come in," was all she said. As they entered the house, they found a middle-aged woman tending to a man lying on a straw pallet. She explained how her husband caught a fever 3 nights earlier. It was grown worse as time passed. "I barely slept since," she said, tears gathering in her eyes. "I don't know what to do." Human approached and looked at the pale-figured man. "If there's anything we can do, perhaps we can help." "Would you?" The woman looked at him pleadingly and then at her man. "He needs a healer, and I don't dare leave him alone," she added. "Do where I can find a healer? At the Temple of the Turanon, perhaps?" Human asked. "They won't lift a finger to help us. Some ridiculous family feud between Han's late father and the temple. They won't help us," her words faltered. "Sure, we can find some way to help him. Perhaps there's another healer around the village or something," Human said, reassuring. "It will be back soon." The woman took Human's hand into her own, laying her blessings. Human nodded, smiling and uncertainly, and then they left and gently closed the door. The witch. It's kind of weird because Human has a healing spell. Hans, a man living in an isolated farm south of Romar, is gravely ill. His wife told us the Temple of Turanon will help due to some family feuds. We need to ask around the village to see if there's another healer who can help. I'm guessing that will probably be the witch. Whether or not she'll talk to us, though, I don't know. We'll give it the old college try. We'll cut through some grass to try to get there a little quicker. I wonder if the game just goes faster when you're sprinting, because I'm noticing the moon's rising pretty quick here. So I don't know if it's just sprinting is time accelerating things, or if it's just always that fast. It didn't feel that fast before, though. Or if it's like based on how much distance you cover. Could be any of those things. It's like I would like to get to the end before nightfall, but not that it seems like it matters too much, as long as the characters have endurance. What's the point of having an inn if you can't, like, go in at night? They knocked. For a moment, no one replied. Then a voice shouted within, "You are not welcome here, child of Maras. Go." Sam pushed at the door and entered. "We came because we need a healer," Human interjected. The woman raised an eyebrow and questioned, "What makes you believe I am one?" Sam blurted, "Because you're a witch, aren't you?" The woman's gaze narrowed, studying them both for a long moment, and then she said, "What do you need?" Human recounted the details about the feverish man, and then she prodded him for additional details. After she was so satisfied, she walked to the back of the house and rummaged through a shelf laden with pouches and earthen jars. "I may be able to help, but I require a balamane or manus and herigo root." Human shuffled his weight from one foot to the other. "Those are hard to find." "You don't say," the witch snorted. "It may be a witch, but I can't just wish them into existence. Give me those herbs and I'll see what I can do." Well, we know where one of those is. I don't know about the rest. Which says she can prepare a cure for the feverish farmer, but she needs balamane, ormanis, and a herigo root. They're fairly rare and expensive herbs. Just where am I going to get them? It's a good question. I wonder if this is one of those things where I do need to, like, go off the beaten trail and look at these plants and stuff. Or if it'll be more straightforward. But we are all out of time for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, remember, hit the like button, keep the conversation going in the comments, and subscribe if you would like to see more. Until next time, I hope you have a good day.